Welcome to my channel. Anyways, if you're new, make sure to subscribe, hit all those buttons, the like button, the dislike button, the subscribe, and notification button. I bet you're wondering why I have a picture of Workhorse stock up here. Well, it's because stocks are not always hit by itself or whatever news happens with that stock. It also can be indirect hits from just the broader market or especially its sector or industry. And Workhorse happens to be in both of those areas. And Workhorse, yeah, it's up to date, but it has had a massive sell-off recently, as well as stocks like Nikola, which we won't compare it to, but it's in its sector, so we do have to look at it, as well as Hyliion and a couple other stocks. NIO is like the only exception. That is why I'm so bullish on that company. It's because it really doesn't move with the news from Tesla, Workhorse, Nikola, Hyliion, or Diamond Peak Holdings. Like those SPACs and things like that, it doesn't really get affected by it a lot, and that's very good. So anyways, Diamond Peak Holdings, all the reasons why it sells off is not what I just mentioned. Not just because it's of its sector and the industry and the broader market sell-off, but it's also just because the COVID-19 cases with our president, Donald Trump, as well as some other people getting, Donald Trump's wife and some other people getting affected with COVID-19, as well as just more cases popping up, as well as Workhorse, they didn't get the contract. There's just so many things with Workhorse. They didn't get the contract by a certain time, which a lot of people thought, the fiscal year. They thought it was going to go, that the contract would have been here before then. And they just were some swing traders or huge short-term traders, as well as Hyliion. Hyliion, people had massive price targets at $80 and $60. I was one of those too. That's why I tell you, don't invest just based upon my advice. I still do believe that it can go there, but like I said in my videos, when I set those price targets for $80 and $60, I said it would go down, settle a bit, and then that's when we can see $80 to $60 to $80 for this company, and I still believe that. So Nikola is just because the fraud came out, and it really is compared a lot to a lot of other companies, and it's just massive losses for those Nikola investors. So Diamond Peak Holdings, they had some good news. They had Donald Trump. They had Donald Trump endorsing the company, as well as they had they also had massive pre-orders for this company, and they're also getting more traction because of that endorsement. And so why is it down? Well, even with that good bit of news, it doesn't really outweigh all the bad news that has been happening in America, as well as just the broader market and things like that. And we know that a lot of investors in Diamond Peak Holdings were hoping that Trump would get elected president and things like that. But remember, I'm 13 years old. I don't care about politics. But they were hoping that Trump would get elected because he really does care about the stock market and things like that. And so at least it seems like it to a lot of people. So he would actually benefit this company a lot. But it really doesn't matter. Biden, Trump, who cares? I'm 13. But anyways, remember, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm just giving you a reason why I think it went down, and it can continue to go down to about $19 to $20 before massive gains or slow gains. Anyways, this company I'm still bullish on. If you don't have it in a position in this company yet, then it will be great time to start, or at least think about starting a position. Now, DCA, dollar cost average, because it could continue to go down, and you can get your DCA down as you invest a little bit more every, say, dollar or a couple 50 cents it drops. So that would be a great strategy. I do recommend that strategy. But remember, I am not a financial advisor. I'm a 13-year-old, and nothing in this video is financial advice. Also, I want to tell you, you can see the massive gains it has been getting. It was bound to go down, and that's another reason that it went down. So this company, I really do see it doubling my money by the same time next year. That is why on these hype stocks and growth stocks, I'll only look for next year gains, because anything can happen. Who knew that Donald Trump would get COVID-19? Well, a lot of people said they did, but no one knows for sure. Anyways, so it's a lot of weird things, like all the good and bad things seem to happen when you least expect it. Donald Trump, who expected him to get COVID like a month before voting happened? And when something happens, when people least expect it, they weren't ready. And since they weren't ready, they panic. And when you panic, especially in the stock market, you panic sell. And that is not good, but it happens. And you have to keep that in mind. A lot of people who are investing in this company are growth investors, but then we have to classify it even more, who are short-term growth investors or long-term growth investors. So that is a significant thing that you have to pay attention to. Now, guys, that's all I have for today. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. That would be amazing. So do all those great things for me. And I will make a video on actually more about why I think the company Lordstown will be very successful. I don't know if I have posted that video yet. I probably will post it before or after this video. But that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you did, you are truly epic. And please support my channel by subscribing and demolishing that like button.